Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Noles kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hoosiers offense will have the football first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
We've got two receivers playing in this game, two of the best in the entire country. Two guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that staged today.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's shot. He is in! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
And they did tack on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Makes the catch, and he's free. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Travisgang coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability, with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense, get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the catch. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're going back to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the 2-point try is no good, and there is an injured player on the field. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running inside. It's Beebe. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And obviously, huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously, you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke. The year before that, they have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
Makes him talk to the hand.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. We saw it on that last play.
Complete on third down. Takes it down to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a first down. third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. They take a 4-point lead here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Wild. And he's brought down after a nice gain. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. This time it's complete. Still running at the 40. Open field on the right. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Under fire, and he never had a chance.
How about this goal-to-go defense? Great job first down, meeting the physical challenge. Nowhere to go. Second down, ready for the pass. This defense really bowing their neck on an important part of the field.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. That brings them to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out to the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Bringing the heat. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it. David, every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you got to know you got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They boot it away on fourth down. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Got his man down the middle. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch down the right side. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And we've got a shootout.
And that's a deflating end for this defense to the first half. You're trying to hold them to at least a field goal attempt, make the clock maybe run out, use it against them. They couldn't do it. They couldn't stop this offense, and that quarterback just delivered and took the momentum in this football game.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a man, it's Daniels. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Oh, they're after him. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 16, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Fighting Irish who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage.
And the Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot.
Makes the grab and room to run. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And this QB in wide receiver, like they are in lockstep. They know exactly where they're going to be. QB really trusting his receiver to make plays, and if I'm him, I'm just going to keep finding him because so far the defense has had zero answer.
There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Seminoles! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Dropping back, it's Daniels. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. To the air on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Pocket breaking down. At the 40, there he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Brings into the open. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Hauls it in. Touchdown, Florida State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion, as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now the pitch. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback keep. Looking for room at the 25. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Beebe. Can't get him to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun to give, looking for room.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside, it's Beebe. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off play action. Under fire. And it's a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
Picks up the 1st down. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. And the Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working the middle, it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Hoosiers right back at them. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Daniels. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll have a 1st down here, a week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and into maybe a crease. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses. They start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
The Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's got it down the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. The Hoosiers take their 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air, it's Daniels. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. You just can't hook up for the completion.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Timeout timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Noles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. Complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled after a gain of 4 on the play, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Florida State!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Coming out with it, it's Morris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's go to the sideline at Holly Road.
Hey guys, checking in from the Indiana sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Tosses it incomplete. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Being chased. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.